Okay guys, just a quick look round, planning what to do really. Go look at those calendula and that plant there. Was that rutabaga? I can't remember now. Rudbeckia. Tromboncino's going well. There's a few on there. Where is he? One in the footpath, look. Right down there. Step over that. Right, courgettes. Just picked a couple of courgettes, gave to Sue on the other plot. Yeah, right, this bed I'm going to put some mustard down in a minute as the green manure. I picked most of the ripening tomatoes, but I've left a couple of these Kenilworth to ripen on the vine, so I eat those when I'm up here. Yeah. Brassica's doing well. Now the marrows and the pumpkins, they have just taken off now. Look at this. Right, hang on. Huge. Huge. That one's a pumpkin, and that's the marrow over there. 2 marrows at the end, and that one's actually got, yeah, that's got fruit on it. Ooh. Beans have decided to spring into life, so I'm picking those as and when I need them now. Just tidied up the climbing frame. Jane Fletch, she suggested I take some of the tromboncinos off over there because it may be getting too late for them all to ripen. So I'm leaving those 2 for now. I'll leave the next one to see if it's been pollinated. And once I know there's a couple pollinated, I'll take the end ones off. They're not going very fast at the moment. Well, the big ones are, but the baby ones aren't going. And the same this side, look. There's a big one down. Oh, sugar. Blooming spiny things. That's a borage. Nearly swore then. Another one along the end there. Can't see the Yukichi curry. That's hiding at the back there. There he is. You see a bit of orange in the corner. I think when I got to wade through the blooming blackcurrants to get to it now. I got a raspberry. Corns are doing well. Give them a quick shake again just now. And I think there's one ready for picking there. Yeah, so I might just take that one. I had a feel of the kernel the other day, so ready, we'll see. Might need that another couple of days. Not like Terry, I don't really have any rat problems up here. Oh, I wish I hadn't said that. Terry King got a terrible rat problem, one is. Leeks, yeah, picking those as and when I need them, despite the shocking performance at the show with those. Just been tickled over this bed. This one's going to be brassicas. Give it another bit of chicken manure pellets. Buckets are nearly all ready to be tipped out now with the spuds. Zephyr squash going like mad, just give another one of those away. A few more brassicas and more squashes in here. And that's it, and the carrots have taken off at the end there. So let me get you set up and I'll just sprinkle some of this mustard on, that'll be us done today. Okay, that's the stuff I'm using, mustard caliente. And my reckoning is about 5 grams per square metre, so I'm just going to sprinkle it over actually. There's no exact science with this. These got sent out to the club members this month. So it should be enough for just over a square metre. It should be enough for 2 by 4, I reckon. So that's what I'm doing with that. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scratch it in with this. It says don't get it too deep. This is a bit of spent potato compost on here. So I expect we'll have loads of spuds in here next year. So I'm just going to give it a quick walking over. Excuse me, Mr. Worm. Right, so that's them all stepped in. I'm just going to give it a good water in, and as it recommends on the packet. Well, on different websites. Had a nice long chat with John. Sometimes it's part of the reason for coming up here, is have a chat. And what I'll do, I just keep this watered every time I come up here now until it starts growing. You don't want to let it stress, apparently. If it flowers too early, it doesn't work. It's not, you've ruined the effect of it. Oh, I see a rainbow. Oh, that'll do, that'll do.
Hi there guys, and welcome back to the seed potato challenge. So as you can see, the foliage here has all died off, so I think it's definitely time to start digging these up. So I'll get that done now. And here we go. Here's all the potatoes that I've just managed to dig up. So they actually look pretty nice potatoes. I'll give them away and we will see how much we've got there. Right then. And the moment of truth for the single seed potato challenge 2023. So let's see what we've got here. Oops. Oh dear, they're all falling off now. I think I needed a bigger container for this. Get the baby ones. Here we go.
Well, I've got to say it, Kate, they look fantastic. It never ceases to amaze me how many spuds you can get from one tiny little seed potato, and when you cut it up, you get even more. Obviously, I shan't reveal the weight of Kate's spuds until the very final video, but I'm sure Kate was very impressed with these. Nice one. And Robert sent me some footage of his SSPCs as well, so that's towards the end. Right guys, I'm going to try something a bit different this year with my onion seeds. I normally grow them in, you know, cell trays and move them on. But what it said on one site with these Paris early whites, the overwintering onion, is to like sow them in a nursery bed, get them going and then move them out. So I've harvested the carrots from here, so what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm just going to scatter these over the top. And all of them, I do all of them because I want to get new seed next year anyway. Yeah, so I'm just going to, I'll zoom you in and show you what I'm doing. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just going to, just roughly sprinkle them over really, I suppose. It's going to be a lot of onions if they all come up. But never having done it before, I won't know if it's going to work, will I? So I'm just going to spread them around a bit to even it all out. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just going to sort of wiggle them into the compost a bit. Some will be on the surface, some will be deeper than others, I suppose, but certainly a quick way of doing it if it works. So I'm just going to give it a gentle watering in a minute. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know these expanding hoses, this is one of them. Well, the end broke, the hose adapter, so I cut it off. This is funny, watch this. And if you ever see one of these explode, you'll know why when you see this. Right, ready? So I'm going to pinch the end. There we go. Like one of those kids' balloon entertainers, isn't it? But I tell you what, as the pressure builds up, and I'll give you a good squirt. It sprays for ages. Look at that. Oh, well, you can't see what I'm doing. Yeah. And that's why they go bang. Right, that'll do. Keep an eye on that. Give it a label. And then perhaps a bit more traditionally, I'm doing the Senshu, which I keep calling Shensu. I'm going to do these in those. It's 4x5, 20 cell tray. One of these see-through ones. I think they're quite good. These, you can see the roots, obviously. certainly a good way of telling if they need potting on. So I'm going to do a couple in each, I suppose. Get the bloody packet on. So by end of 2024, so these are, well, they should be right new seeds. I don't think it matters if more than a couple go in. I got to thin them out anyway. The club members got these as well this month, because like I said on the club member video, I'm doing it all from seed this year. The onions. I'm so fed up with sets bolting, even heat treated ones, and how that can happen I don't know, unless they've been not heat treated properly. Because heat treating, it burns the embryo, and in theory it shouldn't be able to grow. Right, I'll do, so I'll water that and just leave it around somewhere. And next up, I got to get these tomatoes, get the seeds fermenting, so let me tidy up here and get on with that. Right, this is a messy old job, this is. I'll label the jars first. TTOP, Tim's Taste of Paradise, and Santiam Sunrise. Sant Sun, I'll do. Right, which ones are on top? Oh, excuse me, itching my nose. There, they've already started running. And all you've got to do with these is basically squeeze all the pulp and seeds out the middle into the jar. There's no more there. This one started going on its own, look. Ugh. May seem like I'm doing this a bit early, but if it doesn't work, I've got a second shot at it, hadn't I, a bit later. So. Yuck. No point putting the skins in, they don't do nothing. They don't bring anything to the party, as they say. And this will reek to high heaven in a few days. I'll leave that one, it's a bit small. I say that because it might be another tomato, not the same size. Yuck. Right. There could be too much water in there, but we'll see. I'll always pour some off later. And the same with the Tim's Taste Paradise. It even looks like it's fermenting, doesn't it? 3 days, they reckon, for this. Just leave it 3 days. Not a moment longer, not a moment sooner. So back in 3 days with these. I might pour some of that water off once I've got a few floaters in there. The ones that float are no good, obviously. Right, what next? Bit of cooking, I think. Yeah. Oh, we've just seen those cucumbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8. There's one down there, sneaking down there. Look, I can't hide down there, mate. I can see you.
Hi Steve, this is my SSPC 23 challenge. As you can see, I've got quite a few tubs which I'm going to harvest, but I've also got all these which haven't done anything. I'm going to empty all these tubs out first and see if I've got any potatoes. If I have, I'll come back to you. Bucket 6, potatoes nil. This is the first bucket I'm going to do. I'll do this one and then I'll just do some shots of the other ones as I take them out. I'll take the tops off into the bucket, take me lettuce out, and I don't know where that's come from. Right, here we go. Well, I've got some strange shaped potatoes here. A little bit they're very strange. I just tip it up so you can see them. That's out of the first bucket, Steve. Jesus. I didn't film because they were full of ants, but as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potatoes. Again, only one small, but there's some nice sized potatoes. Plus a few ants. The ants seem to be doing a good job. Just 2 potatoes from the cutting, but one of them's an absolute monster. Right, I've got 2 10-litre buckets here. The first one, the potatoes are growing out the top. That one's been eaten up. Never mind. The 10-litre buckets are not doing as well as the 30-litre. That's my harvest for my single seed potato challenge. I have got 2 more pots which are still growing. And that's the end of my wait until the last 2 are ready.
Well, you got some weird and wonderful shapes there, Robert. If you don't start growing a third ear or a second nose, I need to know what you've been feeding them with, all right? I did actually check that I hadn't lost a condor potato. No, I'm only joking. Condors are red on the skin anyway. But condors do grow in those weird shapes, you know? Anybody else in the challenge? Don't worry, you've got to the end of October to get your weights to me. I think that's about it now. Oh, hang on, one more thing, guys. My grandkids and their mum, Marissa, so that's Kyra, Olivia Ray and Rowan. They entered their garden in the Gloucester City Homes gardening competition and they came first in the category of the best private garden. I put a little still at the end there for you. Chuffed to bits for you guys. You know, I know you love your garden and get your hands dirty in it. I got to get on and do some. I got to do some tomato cooking videos. I got to do the next tomato taste test. I got the small garden collaboration video to come up this week. Oh. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. Catch you on the next one.